I walk almost everywhere, 2-3 miles a day. In terms of hobbies and exercise kinds of things, is I've got a mountain bike, I've got a set of kayaks. I do fly fishing on the Deschutes River, which is about a 2-hour drive away. I had hip replacement surgery in January of 2010. And as a result of that surgery, the surgeon mentioned to me that I had some potential problems in my L4, L5 area, and I had no idea what that meant, but I looked it up and found out that that was in my low back, and I'd had no pain prior to that. Post-surgery, however, I had some significant pain both in my right hip and down through my leg, and it was at the point where, as the hip surgeon had said, you may have some problems with it, and told me to get physical therapy and acupuncture and do anything but have surgery. I paid attention to what he said, and after 6 months of having increasingly debilitating pain, which really cut out all my active lifestyle, got to the point where I couldn't walk much more than 50 yards without having to stop. Part of my progress here was I had exhausted all the ideas of other conventional ways of getting rid of my back pain, and was referred to a spinal surgeon, and I met with him, and he had his own staff take imaging for him, and he said to me, what you have here is sort of a garden variety spine that has shifted. It was probably an injury that happened a long time ago. I cannot put it back to where it was, but it needs to be fixed and held in place, and that's one of the things that I do as a surgeon. And I've got this device, which he showed me, I think it was an ASPEN device, that would hold it in place. And he said, this allows me to do minimum amount of surgery on you. And that's really important. As it turned out, the surgery took 45 minutes. I was probably in the recovery room another hour. The next day, on the 8th, I was released and walked by myself. I had absolutely zero pain anywhere. And what medication I did get for home pain care, I took sparingly and eventually stopped taking it in about 3 weeks. And I never was uncomfortable. The pain, the stabbing pain in my leg was totally gone. Same with my hip. So I was essentially pain-free and drug-free, which I thought was remarkable. I thought it was really wonderful. All the things that I like to do are very physical, working in the yard, skiing, biking, hiking, lifting children, doing other kinds of things. And so I had that kind of background fear, will I ever be back to where I was? Is that possible? What I found out was that things came back pretty quickly to me, and within a month of my surgery, I was as mobile as I've ever been, in and out of cars, walking 3-4 miles a day. Was able to, within 3 or 4 months, be able to do practically anything. And so I would say within 7 months, I was back to where I had been a couple of years previous in terms of my physical activities, in terms of gardening and things like that. I built a lot of working around my house, stone walls and moving heavy objects and twisting and turning and stuff. And no restrictions, no pain. To me, success beyond my wildest dreams, and certainly a far cry from my wildest fears, which I was, between being in a wheelchair and doing what I'm doing now, which is more than I've been doing for the last 2 to 3 years.